great seeing this crowd out there. Thanks for coming out tonight. When you speak out for things that matter to you, for causes that matter to you, it can break your heart. And I think it's fair to say it will break your heart. But if you don't speak out for them, things don't get better. And so there's a need to get together. There's a need to talk about peace. And a need to talk about what peace is. Like, you need justice to have peace. Otherwise you have a surface level get along and not a true justice society. And when you speak out for others, sometimes others won't see the suffering that you do. Sometimes others will see things in a different way. Sometimes others will see the suffering and not care, or see the suffering and not care enough to do anything about changing those. And as artists, part of what we get to do is use our voice for raising awareness for issues. Part of what we get to do is vent our frustrations because we need release. And when we talk about peace and justice, plenty of humans have plenty of things we need to address, and plenty get pushed under the table. And then in addition to that, we have other beings we share the planet with that we often don't even consider worthy of consideration in the conversation, that they deserve peace or justice. Thank you. And so, my first piece today is going to address a little bit of that, a little bit of heartbreak, a little bit about the other beings we share the planet with. When I ordered the veggie burger and you asked me, if you wanted something that tastes like meat, why don't you just eat meat? What I wanted to say was, because it's not the taste I oppose, it's the torture. What I wanted to say was, if it could taste like meat, why would you insist on death? What I wanted to say was, because I can watch my food go from farm to table and not lose my appetite. Can you? What I wanted to say was, the same reason you would teach a child when an apple is perfectly ripe to pick, but not when a neck is ripe to slice. Why is slaughter okay as long as you don't have to watch? But I know I'd be the angry vegan. What I wanted to say was, why aren't you angry? But I don't, because I want to enjoy the dinner, company. So I just die a little inside quietly. Not literally like the 10 billion farmed animals a year in America. Just another kick, another bruise, another moment where my heart takes a hit. Another few grains of compassion I watch trickle through humanity's hourglass, feeling like we are running out of compassion, of time. I'm just trying to hold a few grains above surface level, and you ask why I don't like the sound they make when they fall. Maybe I failed the animals in this moment, or maybe I've had to learn how to live in a world that doesn't want to know. Doesn't want to look, doesn't want to listen, doesn't want to care, just wants their bloody burger. What I wanted to say was, the writing has been on the wall. The United Nations Environmental Program at Harvard and Oxford and the top environmental scientists across the globe warn of the dire consequences of this industry's land use, water use, deforestation, and greenhouse gas emissions, how killing them is killing us. You just smile and chew because it tastes so good to die.